So today we're going to do a little more writing at home. Now, we've talked about sentences and the different parts and how you have to think it, say it, and write it. One of the major things before you even think your sentences, you need to get ideas down. So we're going to talk about a circle map. A circle map is a way we've taught the kids how to get their ideas down on paper. So it basically just looks like this. So in the middle of the paper, you're going to write your main idea. What are you writing about? Are you writing about spiders? Are you writing about cars? Are you writing about your favorite toy? Okay? And then you're going to put a circle around that. You're going to hold on to that. That's what this is all about. I know it's an oval, but we call it a circle map. So that's right there in the middle. And then around it, you're going to fill it up with details about your main idea. Now, we've talked about lists before, and I always have the main idea up on the top, and I underline it. And then underneath it, there's the details. So it's basically the same thing. This is just more free-flowing. So you first get your ideas here, your main idea here, your details around it. Then you're going to use those later to think of your sentence, say it, write it, make sure you go back and read it to check it. So this is our first step in our writing, brainstorming, getting some ideas. Let me show you how it looks when we do it in kindergarten. So we have our circle map illustration right here. It's the main idea in the middle and then the details around it. So the way I do it is, let's think about what we're going to write about. Say we're going to write about spiders. So right here in the middle, I'll write spiders. Okay? So I have the spiders right there in the middle, and then I want to hold on to that main idea. No, nothing can get in there. So we block it off, we put an oval around it. Now, the next part is to put details around. And then you see this giant circle. Well, I tell the kids they don't have to have that giant circle around the outside. They can use all the space of the paper. It's fine. They're talking about spiders, and they use the rest of it for those ideas. Okay? So now it's time. You're not writing full sentences. These are simple ideas. And here in kindergarten, we usually try to add a picture along with it, just so that our brains can hold on to those ideas. So when I think about spiders, and I've read about spiders, I know that they make webs. So I'll put webs. And then maybe I'm going to draw a spider web just to help me remember, okay? So I've got the webs that they're spinning. I know if you see a true spider web, they're beautiful the way they spin it. But that's just a simple picture to help me remember, okay? And then what else do we know about spiders? Oh, how about a fly? You know, they eat those flies. So maybe I'll just draw a simple little fly here to help me remember what that was. So fly. How about 8 legs? 8, we'll just use the number 8, and legs. So I'll do that down here where that becomes, you know, just I'll draw my simple little spider with his head there, and then I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Man, that's a fat spider. He's been eating a lot of flies. But so I'm getting these ideas down. Does it matter where I put them? No, that's not important. It's just outside that spiders, the main idea, we're getting those details down. So what could we say? One more thing about spiders. A lot of kids will say scary. So, you know, a lot of kids are scared of spiders. I'm not. We've learned that spiders are very important. They eat the bad bugs that we really don't want. Do I want spiders in my house? No, I'm not scared of them, but I don't want them in my house. But I don't mind them outside my house, keeping all the other bugs from coming inside my house. Okay, so for scary, maybe just draw a face with some fangs, like, scary face, you know? So we got our ideas around. Now, I just did 4, because basically that's what we do in kindergarten. We come up with 4 good details and stuff like that. At the beginning of the year, I actually have lines out here to show the kids the 4 quadrants, and we fill that in. But as we get older and as we're writing more and more about something, we're gonna need more details out there. So this is our basic circle map. When we're finished with it here, if you want to, you can draw that giant circle around the outside, but like I said, that's not truly important. It's just getting these ideas down. The next step is when you go to write, you're gonna write about spiders, and you've gotta think of one of the details to write your sentence with. You can use more than one of the details in your sentence. But let me show you what we would do next. So I'm gonna move this circle map over, and I'm gonna bring up another piece of paper here. So we're writing about spiders, and let's say I choose webs, okay? So what I would do before I would even get into my writing my sentence, I'm thinking, say it, you know, gotta keep it going. I'm gonna circle webs, because that's what I'm gonna use, okay? I'm actually gonna move it over here, and this is the next step they're gonna be doing in first grade, okay? And this is called a tree map. So in webs, I'm gonna draw a line underneath it, and then a line down, and I wanna know something more. Tell me more about webs. And they call this the tell me more box. So there might be a box underneath here. Tell me more about webs. Well, how do webs catch those flies? They're sticky. Sticky. Okay, so we've got our webs and they're sticky. If I'm gonna write more sentences, I would grab and circle that word that I wanna use, bring it over here, and make my tree map to help me keep going. If I'm writing paragraphs later, that tree map's gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger with all these details that you're gonna put in your paragraphs. So going from here, now I've got spiders, webs, sticky. So I need to start thinking of those good sentences. And I'm gonna use all this good information. So I could say something like, let me think real quick, I'm thinking. Okay, now I could say it. Spiders make webs that are sticky. Spiders make webs that are sticky. And see how that used all that good information in that sentence. So the more that we plan, the more we get ready, the better our sentences are gonna be. If we just start writing and don't do any of this good information gathering, are we really going to have the best sentence we could make? So, circle maps. They're great things to have. Sometimes when you're thinking of your ideas, it's not the same time you're actually doing the writing. So this is something you can make, put aside and save it, bring it back out when it's time to write. Make sure you guys are always thinking before you write. It's not just pencil to paper right away. That brain's got to be part of it, you guys. And this helps organize it. See you guys later.